So we are ready for a fantastic edition of Kia Thursday Night Footy. Which one will win? Will it be Jaws or Flipper? Sharks beat Dolphins. And here's a wobbly old kickoff, and the Sharks with first use of the football.
Did you say fantastic?
I did. They both got fins.
Yeah, well done.
Don't go into the water. Brayley to dummy half. Toby Rudolph, who was, of course, before his NRL career kicked off, Toby Rudolph, he was a Dolphin. The Redcliffe Dolphins in the Host Plus Cup up in Queensland. Certainly a crowd favourite in that competition. Here's the last. Trindle with the kick. Drives that one way downfield. Azarko takes it just inside the field of play. And a wall of Sharks chases led by Hines and McInnes there. Bostock. Just outside his own 20. Here's Farnworth with an early touch. Now the hammer. Rudolph in the tackle along with McInnes. Playing in the front row, Felice Kafusi. Just about reaching the halfway line with his first carry. Marshall King to, well, another Bromwich in the number 8 jersey. No Jesse tonight, but Kenny is in there. Katoa with a kick. And a good take by Mulatalo. Lemuelu in the tackle. Let's head sideline. Very good evening to Brad Fittler. How is it, Freddie?
Solly, fantastic. It is freezing though, I've got to say. I know the temperature is 13, but not even close. It's actually too cold for dew as well, so Mark Hughes has done a wonderful job turning down the temperature. Conditions are great though, other than just sitting here with the gloves on, fully rigged up. Thank God for beanies.
Yes, our wonderful beanies for brain cancer round. There's a strong charge by another Kafusi out there tonight. That's Oregon Kafusi starting. Trindle with a kick. Tabuai Fido with the take. He gets up to the 20. Nico's there along with McInnes. Zarko to dummy half. Bostock. How are you, Gus?
I'm excellent, thanks, Peter. Absolutely excellent.
Ready for a night in the Bermuda Triangle?
Anything can happen here. Absolutely anything can happen here. I love the backfires for both these sides. They're hard-working, athletic, try scorers, try savers. And they do a lot of work in the hard part of the game as well.
Kenny Bromwich on the last. He plays it. Katoa with a kick that's going to land just inside the field of play. Mulatalo gets to the 10 and he's wrapped up. You see that bottom right of the screen. There's the QR code. If you want to get your beanie, buy a beanie and support Beanies for Brain Cancer. It's a wonderful weekend for a great cause. So get those phones out. The QR code. Brayley. Now McInnes. Good tackle down low. Platt. Hard-working lock forward for the Dolphins. Nico Hines with his first kick of the night. Azarko tracks back, takes that one on his own 20.
Well, it was a good take by Azarko, tracking back over the shoulder. They're just starting to win the field position battle in these early exchanges, the Dolphins. You see there, their play two almost up to the halfway.
Just short of the halfway line. Marshall King to Kafusi. He's wrapped up. Brayley was in the tackle along with McInnes. Now Platt goes to Katoa. Players in motion. Nikarima gets away from one defender. Keeps the ball alive. Marshall King to the hammer. He finds Herbie. And Farnworth with a nice bit of footwork to pick up an extra few metres. Good ball movement from the Dolphins early. Last play, Katoa The Sharks have got it. That's Kennedy, who finds Mulatalo. Here's Hero. They're looking to attack from deep inside their own half.
That's brilliant football. We've just gone through a cycle of kick and chase, and all of a sudden these back five play a bit of football 10 metres out from their own line to force it outside the 20. That's brave and it's skillful.
Yeah, it's a high-quality start too, Gus. Teams 2 and 4 on the ladder. Just have a look at that stoppage. The last stoppage is 5 minutes 10. Pretty much from the start of this game, it's been non-stop.
Tabuai Fido. Good chase. Nico leading the charge. Nicaragua is there as well as Brayley. Bostock. That by Kafusi and McInnes.
When it gets to this point where you haven't had a break for nearly 6 minutes, it kind of becomes a bit of pride in who, well, there you are, Sharks have cracked first. Well done to the Dolphins. It becomes a sense of pride when you can feel it. You can feel the fatigue starting to kick in, and it's kind of like, well, we've got to break their spirit. We've got to get a break here somewhere, force them to drop the ball or give away a penalty. And the Sharks have given away the penalty. That's good work from the Dolphins.
Fine touch just short of the halfway line. Lemuelu. Wrapped up by Rudolph, was one of the defenders. And Kafusi. Kenny Bromwich. Talakai in the tackle. Good field position here for the Dolphins early. Plath. Good charge into the line. Marshall King goes to Katoa. Now, nice little tip on. Here's Farnworth. Herbie Farnworth. Good footwork, and he'll nearly get there. He's stopped a metre away. Bostock to Katoa. Big opportunity now for the Dolphins. Nicarima sizes up what's outside him. Finds Azarko. He goes to Amarillo. The juggle, and he's wrapped up. Last play, they lost a little bit of momentum there. Kick here from Nicarima. The chasers come through, and that's a good take coming across. Katoa.
It's enterprising footy from the Dolphins. They just got a little bit lost there on that fourth play where they went out to their right-hand side. The hammer, he was looking for a kick in behind the line. They chose the long pass and just broke down when the ball hit the ground. You see that's bottom right of screen. Herbie Farnworth nearly crossed for the opener.
McInnes wrapped up. Hines. Ramian playing it. Good defensive set there from the Dolphins. Hines kicking from his own 30, but he got not a bad kick away. The bounce favourable for Azarko. Avarillo goes on his own down the short side. Trindle and Ira in the tackle. Tabuai Fido. Now Bostock. Hard-working winger. Good finisher as well, Jack Bostock. Winning the field position battle early as Aiken plays it. Now Marshall King out of dummy half. Kennedy comes in to make the tackle along with Rudolph. It's the last. Katoa kicking for the wing of Bostock. And it's taken there by Katoa in the field of play. He'll be trapped in goal, will he? Yes.
That's a really good passage there. The Dolphins have just gradually, over the first 9 minutes, forced them downfield. They've won the first restart of the match. And they look really sharp. Coming off the bye, I expect him to be like that, I guess. But they look really sharp.
Oregon on the 10 every time.
Drop out coming. They go short for the wing of Mulatalo. They go centre-ish, shortish kick. Went 20 metres. Tabuai Fido takes it. Nicara in the tackle along with Rudolph and Brayley. Big opportunity again here. Sustained pressure from the Dolphins early on. Kafusi. He stands in the tackle, 9 away from the line. Marshall King, short to Kenny Bromwich, gets it past to Plath, and Plath will open the scoring tonight, right next to the uprights for the Dolphins.
Well, that's just pressure, isn't it, from the Dolphins? Sustained pressure on the opposition, haven't made an error in the opening 10 minutes of this game. Harvey Norman replay. There's just a lovely short ball to Kenny Bromwich, who's able to spin and twist and get that right arm free, and Max Plath. Lovely little piece of support play here just to push into the space. Kafusi went low, dropped off the ball, and that's a great start by the Dolphins.
Yeah, great period of control. Good yardage game, good kick and chase, good discipline. Force the line drop out. A couple of tackles later, just force their way through the front door. Nothing fancy about that try, but it was well earned over the last 10 minutes. Bradley Fittler.
Yeah, the one thing they do out on this left-hand side with Herbie and Jack Bostock, they're good talkers. You know, notice there's a real threat when you look at the Sharks' right side defence. And as Jeremy Marshall-King jumped out of dummy half, you can see the defence just coming sideways a bit. They just started to crab a little bit and didn't give much respect for Plath and that coming through the middle. But yeah, that left edge, Katoa, Farmworth and Bostock, real good communicators.
Zarko converts. Thanks, Connor. Perfect start for the away side. The Dolphins up 6 points to 0. Two former teammates of yours, Cam, in the front row tonight for the Dolphins. Accustomed to seeing players like this man, Felice Kafusi, on an edge, along with Kenny Bromwich.
Well, that's where they made their career. They're representative back rowers, but they've slowly but surely found their way into the middle.
Well, you get to that stage in your career where the coach just walks up to you and he says, you're in the front row. He doesn't ask you if you want to play front row. He just says, you're in the front row, and then he turns around so you can't have any comment. And then when you get to the ground, they've thrown you number 8 or number 10, and you've got no say in it.
You've had a couple of those discussions, Gus?
Well, they're not discussions. In you go, son.
One-way conversations. Kennedy. Knocked up by Nicarima and Plath.
My coach Warren Ryan dropped me one time. We're at the pub. He didn't give me an explanation. He just walked up and he said, you're a smart bloke, you work it out.
Well, here's an error from the Sharks. That's the first error of the game, just inside the 13-minute mark.
Impressive from the Dolphins early. Cronulla have won more games than any team in the competition so far. The first to win 10 games.
Come on, boys, 10 seconds. Let's go.
But they're really getting it put to them by the Dolphins.
All the way, Jeremy.
Well, they've gone to the extreme outside to pack this scrum. They might be looking for an opportunity for the hammer to get it a one-on-one out wide.
Well, here it goes. Nicarima to the hammer, a tip on to Bostock. Jack Bostock, watch out if he starts to wind up. He's hard to stop, but Ramian did well. 8 away from the line. Tabuai Fido to dummy half. Nicarima to Katoa. Now Plath. 10 away, centre field. Options both sides here for Marshall King. Kafusi. Straight to Bromwich, and Bromwich is wrapped up. Only 3 away. The Dolphins looking good early. Nicarima, and then the pass away to Herbie, who finds the try line. Herbie Farnworth in for the Dolphins.
Oh, clinical. Lovely to watch. Great football on this short side. A lovely short side play. Herbie Farnworth, too big and too strong. Harvey Norman replay. 3-on-2, Nicarima, lovely hands, just holds it up beautifully. Waits for the defenders to make their decision. And you just see there, Katoa, he just holds out, leaves a bit too much space for Farnworth, and he just bursts through the hole. That's wonderful football from the Dolphins. Freddie?
Yeah, that's the first time Nicarima's been over this side of the field. He's just sat over that right-hand side. They haven't had a spread further than the goalpost, but when they hit one in, he just kept coming around. This little combo once again, Farnworth and Bostock look very confident together.
Herbie Farnworth. This is a great shot of the try.
Yeah, look, they had the numbers there in defence. They just lined up really poorly. It was actually a lazy defensive line. The Dolphins out of dummy half were able to cover 3 defenders with 1 pass, and they got themselves outnumbered on the outside when they really didn't mark up on what was in front of them. Nicarima read that well. He's a smart player, Nicarima. He's always been dangerous in attack.
He's got it on a string, Azarko. The battle of the Finns, it's the Dolphins ahead of the Sharks. 12 points to 0. The home crowd stunned. Kafusi, good tackle, Hero. Trindle was there as well. Lemuelu. Pretty much been a mainstay in this Dolphins lineup, Connolly Lemuelu, ever since their opening game in their inaugural season, where he was a last-minute call-up for that clash against the Roosters. A questionable pass.
It was only a metre forward.
Bromwich. He's the last. Katoa kicking from inside the 40. It's the only Katoa taking that kick from Isaiah Katoa. Oh, what a strong player he is. They'll get a penalty as well.
Yeah, the ruling there that Max Plath had a second go. Katoa had earned the right to get up and play the ball, and Plath one-on-one slowed him down again. And the Sharks needed that. They just look a little bit shell-shocked. Plath's got him. And he'll go to get up and play it, and Plath will go again to pull him down.
Haven't seen much of the footy, the Sharks, in the last 7 or 8 minutes. Now they've got the ball down the Dolphins' end of the ground. .31 away. Looking for a hit back here, Cronulla. Rudolph, nice offload. Brayley. Hines, now Nicara, and elected to take the line on himself. Ramian was on his outside. Hines, McInnes, knows one way. Tackle Aiken. Hines into the line, then passing to Trindle. Good defence, the Dolphins though. Nicarima and Lemuelu, last play. They go down that left-hand side, and an error on the last, and it ends up in the hands of Hamaso Tabuai-Fidow, who's wrapped up by Nico.
Well, they've been really sharp with the football, haven't they, the Dolphins, but they're backing it up with their defence as well. They attack the Sharks in that set of 6. Fast-moving defensive line. Some solid contact as well.
All the way back, Jesse.
And next Thursday night, we've got under-19s Origin for you. Men's and women's, that's next Thursday. Chance to look at Generation Next. Here's Farnworth, boy strong. That's a good run from Herbie Farnworth. Bromwich off the long run. Katoa.
Nowhere good. Go to the ball.
Good take. Mulatalo, Lemuelu and Avarillo take him. Euro for the Sharks, playing it inside his own 20. Talakai. Lemuelu again in the tackle there. Brayley to Rudolph. Rudolph tackled. Some more strong defence. Marshall King was there. Plath was also there. Now Trindle from inside the 40. It's a miss kick. And the Dolphins have got it on. Almost an intercept. Oh my goodness. What's going on? The Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, this is always going to happen when your right foot kicker is kicking from the left-hand side of the field. The first person that can get to him is the marker. And you'll see that Jeremy Marshall-King gets out on his right leg there. Those clearing kicks have got to come to Nico Hines on the right-hand side of the field.
On-field ruling is a knock-on the ground. They're challenging the contact on the kicker.
No.
Yeah, we've ruled knock-on against them.
Well, Marshall King actually pulled up. He pulls up. Yeah.
Jeremy Marshall-King is making a tackle. There's nothing dangerous. Braden Trindle knocks the ball on into Jeremy Marshall-King's leg. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Particularly your clearing kicks. If you're going to throw the ball long to a player, the first player that can get to him is the marker. Now, if you're a right foot kicker on the left side of the field, the marker can really put some pressure on you, and that's what Marshall King did there. Came out, Trindle was in all sorts of trouble, spooked him, dropped the ball. Marshall King said, that's the most frivolous challenge I've ever seen. They're a little bit shell-shocked here, the Shark.
Dolphin on the front foot. Here's Mark Nichols on the field. Nichols playing it. Katoa, quick hands. They've kept the ball only just through Avarillo. Zarko to dummy half. Lemuelu. Now Plath getting some offloads. Here's Nichols. Inside the Sharks 20 they go. Katoa. Now Nicarima. Bostock, nice footwork when he got the ball. Will he get to the line? And he's got there. Jack Bostock can find the try line. The Dolphins in dreamland.
He's a big, strong boy. A big, strong boy. Growing into a man before our eyes and really gaining in confidence. Picked up by the Dolphins. Harvey Norman replay. It's beautiful football to get him out here one-on-one, but just look at the strength of this big, tall lad. Pulls through tackles, they grappled him, they're trying to hold him up, and he'll just spin and slam the ball down. He's really coming into his own as an NRL player. Good player.
Well, they stacked that left side. They had 6 players down there, the Dolphins against 5, but still, Bostock, he had plenty of work to do. He's beaten 3 defenders on his way to the try line. There was another one there with Nico Hines. That tackle should be made, but they're just outplaying the Sharks in all areas of the game at the moment. They're running harder. They got more energy. They're more enthusiastic. You seeing that down there, Freddie?
Well, the other problem is they can't get the crowd into the game. The only time the crowd have cheered is when they thought Kenny Bromwich threw a forward pass. And that was about 10 minutes ago. They're just sitting here freezing the crowd.
Well, it's funny enough, you know, like their last game at home was the Panthers game where they got beaten 42-0. They never got on the scoreboard that night. And this is a little bit reminiscent. They're really sluggish. They just look all out of sorts and out of sync. And the Dolphins are playing really well, which doesn't help them either. Can't believe how far Osaka is swinging this ball at the moment.
Oh, look at that.
Not that time.
And he's missed it. Yeah, I'll mention that one. Most of it. 16 points to nil. Great shot from high above a shell-shocked Shark Park on this Thursday night. Now Nichols. Good solid contact on Nichols. Talakai was there, Rudolph and McGuinness. Well, Wayne Bennett enjoys coaching against the Sharks. He's got more wins against Cronulla than any other side during his career. It's 45 wins from 64 games, 70%, and here's a penalty.
Well, honestly, the Dolphins are just in total control here and look stress-free. They're doing it comfortably.
After that penalty with 17 minutes left in the first half, the Dolphins will go on the attack again. They're going to get another penalty.
To the leg, Jesse.
Lifting the leg. Dangerous position. There's Todd Smith. Just a penalty against Jesse Ramian.
A lot of people have been talking about the Sharks. He's on report. He's been put on report. Jesse Ramian. Well, I've been talking about the Sharks, about premiership contenders. Well, they got to show that net right now. They've given away a couple of penalties, invited the Dolphins up their own end. They got to turn them away.
Bromwich, what a good start to the game he's had, the veteran. Looking strong early. Now Nichols. 5 away from the line. Katoa, there's Lemuelu. Charging into the Sharks' defence. Marshall King, Black with a juggle. He's wrapped up. Rudolph and Brayley in the tackle. Marshall King to Katoa. Now Nikarima grubs it in the goal area. And there's a try to Jake Gavarillo. It's getting better and better for the Dolphins.
They're just doing everything quicker. Everything quicker. They're a metre faster on every play. And they are shell-shocked, the home side. They look like someone's hit them in the back of the head with a baseball bat. They've got this stunned look on their face. Harvey Norman replay. Nikarima sums it up beautifully. They're standing still, puts it in behind. Jake Averillo loves to chase a grubber kick, gets in behind them. They're just doing everything quicker.
Oh, he's had a great start to the game, Nikarima. And just the speed in which they move the ball and their movements when they have the ball in hand. You see there, Craig Fitzgibbon, he's shell-shocked in the coach's box. He doesn't know what to do. He's actually making a couple of changes as we speak. But the Dolphins, that speed of movement with the ball, getting outside defenders, it just makes them stand still. They're passive. They can't go at the Dolphins and shut them down. Lovely little kick to finish. Freddie?
He's turned both front rows around. And on Salty said before the game, the Dolphins haven't beat a top 8 team this year. They're going through one of those moments like the Sharks, but they're sure doing a brilliant job tonight. They're up against the team coming second. They're showing no hesitation, plenty of confidence. It's going to be interesting to watch him bend it from here. Well, he does it. They're on fire.
So the reason I just ran Kenny Bromwich is because Matty just sent us a text saying he looks like he's swallowed the seed.
Kenny Bromwich, you know, strong start. He's very powerful.
He has had a good start. 22 points to nil. The Dolphins in front of the Sharks, and Jake Averillo adding his name to the score sheet early. Bromwich tackled Talakai.
I'm just looking at this bench for the Sharks. I mean, they've got 4 middle forwards on the bench. So trying to find some spark, he's going to have to do it through grunt. He's just going to have to throw some big men out there and hope that they can command a bit of respect up front. But there's nothing There's no game breaker to bring off the bench. Jack Williams, Tommy Hazelden, Braden Hamlin-Ueli and Royce Hunt. I mean, they're all big forwards. They're all big boppers.
What a kick.
That's brilliant.
Here's the chase. Katoa's left it behind. Who's going to get on it? Kennedy does. Well, good work from Kennedy.
Can you believe that? Everyone ran past the ball. Well, the crowd's done its bit. It got them a penalty. The crowd said, we can't trust our players. We've got to do this. So they give it to the referee. Lovely early kick. You get behind this in the first half. When you get behind a score like this early in the game, you've got to chase it with your control and your defence. You can't get too outlandish trying to get it back in one play.
McInnes. Well, what can they conjure up here off the back of that penalty? Trindle to Kennedy. Dummy to Iro, takes the tackle of Avarillo and Nicarima. Brayley to dummy half. Kale Iro in the tackle. It's the Dolphins 20. Trindle. The halves combining. Hines, Ramian, Katoa setting sail for the line, but a good tackle from Tabwai Fido. Set restart. First of the night. Here's Hazelton. Tackled by Nichols. Crowd starting to come to life. Brayley, Hines, good ball and running straight onto it is Royce Hunt. Big Royce Hunt gets over the line. The Sharks are on the board.
Yeah, lovely hole running there from Big Royce Hunt. But it all started out on that right edge. They shift the ball out to the right. Katoa, he got a one-on-one. Harvey Norman replay, got the set restart, and a couple of tackles later, they do what they've been doing for the most part of the year, just get a one-on-one opportunity for their big men, their big, powerful, strong middle players, as Gus was just talking about. One-on-one opportunity there, just beats his opposite man. And the Sharkies, they're over for their first of the night.
Huey fan cam. All the beanies in the crowd. So they come up with someone without a beanie. Great work, cameraman. Huey, cameraman.
Freddie.
Well, there's your impact. It was their best last week against Brisbane. They're down 18-0 against Canberra here, and they come back to beat them. So the first one's always the hardest. If he kicks this, they're only down by 3 tries now.
Game that Freddie was referring to against Canberra. They were down 18-0 in big time, but they drew level by half-time. Attempt there by Kennedy.
Yeah, well, the Sharks can certainly score them in bunches, and at times the Dolphins can concede them in bunches. But that'll give them plenty of oxygen now because it was all one-way traffic before then. It was a 5th tackle, 6 again.
Get out of my way.
Someone's been waiting for a run.
Then he's made a mistake. And there's no challenge either. Royce Hunt.
Over in the middle. Shot clock on.
Katoa straight to his feet. Oof. Get out of my way.
Well, it's a momentum killer.
Right.
Farnworth. Tackled by Iro and Trindle. Avarillo to dummy half. Zarko. Tackled by Hazelton. And Hunt. Platt. Katoa. Aiken. 21 metres away from the line. Katoa. Tabua Fido. Now Avarillo. Katoa to Plath. Marshall King. Well, the attempted intercept.
Goes for the intercept and knocks it off.
The Dolphins will get a scrum feed.
Yeah, well, that was Jesse Ramey, and he picked the pass. It just, when he knocked it up in the air, he was going for the regather, and he just bumped into Nikorima, which he couldn't quite get his hands to the football. Watch this, he read it beautifully. He picked that pass out the back. He just couldn't get there after running into Nikorima. Fred?
He actually tried to object to the referee to say it was interference, but he realised.
Nikorima with a dummy, and he took an advantage because there was an obstruction. So penalty, Cronulla.
Too late, mate. It's gone now.
Here's a look at it. Brayley was the player interfered with.
Front foot of the 40, Connolly. Wait, go.
Talakai. Tackled by Lemuelu and Avarillo. Trindle to Hazelton. Tommy tackled by Mark Nichols. 8 tries between those two players. Mark Nichols and Tom Hazelton this year. Here's Hunt. Aiken did well there. Brayley was searching for a penalty, not forthcoming. It is now. Wasn't initially.
No, you can't challenge markers and then a strip as well.
Marker not square.
Markers as well. You can't challenge markers.
Hines shoots for touch. The Sharkies. Chance for a second 4-pointer of the night. Trindle. What a good run again. So strong. Got the arm free. Oh, what a carry from Talakai. Now Trindle off the back of it. Iro. Plath in the tackle along with Marshall King. They're inside the 10. Trindle. Dummy to Williams. Goes on his own. He's wrapped up by Nikorima and Plath. Williams, Hines. What can Nico do? He's wrapped up. Two tackles left in this set. Royce Hunt, why wouldn't you give him the ball? Gets to within half a metre of the line. Last play, Cronulla. And Nikorima reaches out and scores. Here come the Sharkies.
Oh, great hit back by the Sharks. Spending a little bit more time now in opposition territory, just adding a bit of pressure to this defensive line of the Dolphins. Just watch this Harvey Norman replay. It was a lovely, lovely ball from Brayley from dummy half, but the line that Nicola runs. So he starts straight on Katoa and then swerves out to his right. He comes off the left foot, finds that space in between half and centre. He's a smart back rower. Lovely combination there between hooker and back rower.
Yeah, Katoa, the little halfback on the edge. If you're watching, he's watching the dummy half. He's got no need to be watching the dummy half. The only danger to him was Nikorima, and he's looking in, and that's where Nikorima is able to slide to his outside and use his strength to get past him. Katoa was looking in instead of looking up. Brayley picked it, and Nikorima got himself in a perfect position. And I've got to say, that's a soft one.
Nicho Hines to make it a 10-point deficit for his team. And he guides it through. Ten-point lead for the Dolphins if you're just tuning in. They did lead by 22 points to 0. Hazelton wrapped up by Nichols. Three and a half minutes left in the half. Williams on his own 30. Royce Hunt playing it 10 short of the halfway line. Hines goes to Ramian. He's wrapped up 5 metres into Dolphins territory. Hines hoists that one high. Azarko underneath it for the Dolphins, and it's been batted back. Here's Trindle. Trindle inside to Iro. It's still the last. He gets a pass away, but the Dolphins have cleaned up through Avarillo.
Well, they nearly come up with a miracle play there, the Sharks. Haven't they fired up in the last 10 minutes? Just watch their defensive line surge. That's their intensity and everything that they're doing at the moment. Hard running, hard tackling. Freddie?
The part of the conditions which I didn't mention was the wind. There's quite a strong breeze actually behind the Dolphins. And with 2.5 minutes to go, you've got to say if Cronulla can use this breeze, it's a fair advantage for 40 minutes in the second half.
Katoa thought about the 4-tackle kick, took the line on. Nikarima will now kick on the last. Over the head of Mulatalo.
Yeah.
I'll bring it out to the 20 for a 7-tackle set with 2 minutes left before the break.
Yeah, they've just got to be careful here, the Dolphins. 2 minutes left. 7-tackle set. Oh, he's knocked it on. Bermuda triangle.
Where do you want it?
What a bizarre place.
10 in or 20 in?
It's that much of a bizarre place. Isn't this the ground you got sin binned at?
Oh, Salts. I knew that was coming at some stage tonight. Yes, it was. It was. Very first time.
Gus, have you ever seen a referee sin bin one of their own?
No, I actually called the game last night. It was about the 40th penalty of the game. And Captain Cameron Smith's having a whinge and he gets sent to the sin bin. And a bloke on social media wrote, well, they're getting fair dinkum now. They've sent the ref off.
I think he was a dog. Here's Tapuai Fido. Told to go back half a metre and play it. Aiken. And Hazelton in the tackle. Big opportunity here late in the half, inside the last minute for the Dolphins. Platt playing it. Now, Katoa looked behind a hammer, went short to Aiken. It was well read, though, by the Sharks' defence. Tapuai Fido to Bostock. Jack Bostock will stay in the field of play. Driven back, last play. Tapuai Fido to Katoa. Katoa with a grubber kick, and that's well done from Kennedy. Great pickup on the run.
Well, it's just been crazy stuff. 6 tries in the first half. 4 in a row to the Dolphins. And then 2 to answer back from the Sharks. 2-12 will feel a hell of a lot better than it felt 15 minutes ago.
Entertaining 40 minutes of rugby league here in the Shire. It's the Dolphins in front of the break by 10. The Dolphins 22, leading the Sharks 12. We are underway for the second 40 on Kia Thursday night footy, and it's Mark Nichols. Heavy contacts on the Dolphins 10-metre line. Lemuelu Williams, one of the defenders. Brayley's down low. Stone. He'll play it on his own 30. Now Aiken. Hazelton in the tackle along with Royce Hunt. Platt scored the first try early in the contest. Max Platt. Last play. Katoa kicking, and here's Kennedy. Driven back in that tackle.
If that breeze is still kept up that Brad Fittler was talking about, I think the Sharks should be kicking early in the early stages of this second half, just to keep turning these Dolphin forwards around. Queensland got them on the brain. It's not brain damage.
Hero with a good run. Hazelton. Last play. Trindle kicking. Hangs in the air. Tabuai-Fidow calls Ozako around, and he's wrapped up just outside his own 20. Bostock. Katoa goes in the dummy half. Farnworth. Herbie nearly slipped through.
Geez, a dangerous ball runner.
Marshall King. Reached the halfway line on the last. Todd Smith had a good look at the contact on the kicker. All clear, and here's Kennedy. Ampol State of Origin Game 2 kicks off Wednesday, June 26 at the iconic MCG. Don't miss your chance to see Australia's greatest sporting rivalry live. Head to nrl.com/tickets to secure your seats today. The Origin exclusive live and free on 9 and 9 now. Brayley to dummy half. Hazelton into the line, he goes. He'll play the ball on the last. Hines with a kick. Tabuai-Fidow underneath it. Takes it comfortably. The start of the second half is very much similar to the start of the game, where both teams are going set for set.
Yeah, Nico Hines there, when he caught that ball on fifth tackle, had about 20 metres in front of him without a defender, but chose just to put the kick in the air anyway. He didn't go forward to try and explore what might happen. Winger was hanging back.
Zako tackled by Iro. Last play, Katoa. And that one will go into touch.
Bradley Fittler, the breeze, is it still there?
Definitely. Definitely. So it's a southwest. But when I look at this ground, it feels like it's actually sloping to the west. So if you get hold of it, it won't be a tough kick, Nico Hines or Braden Trindle.
The ground is sloping to the west.
I think it's sloping to the west. To the west.
Can you get your spirit level out and just confirm
It's
that?
definitely sloping here, mate, I'm telling you.
He's only wearing one
I
shirt.
can barely see the other side of the ground.
I think that means it slopes both sides, Freddie.
Hey, I'm down here, you're up there. How would you know?
So after all these years, we've learned out the Bermuda Triangle's on tilt.
There are two defenders in the tackle at this point. Ray Stone pulls the ball out with a stripping action with his right arm. The challenge is unsuccessful.
The ground is sloping towards the west. You would never have known.
West.
Towards the west.
West.
Talakai, straight and hard, brings the crowd into the contest early in this half set restart. It was tackle one anyway. Now Williams. He's wrapped up 15 metres away from the line. Big opportunity here for the Sharks. Hazelton. He'll play it 11 away. Brayley to Trindle. Royce Hunt. Plays the ball. Now Williams. Back to Brayley. They've got numbers. Kennedy. Iro. Mulatalo beats one. Beats another. Scores. Ronaldo. Mulatalo. Strength and power. Sharkies in.
Much better by the Sharkies. Completely different looking side in this second half. They've come out with a lot of energy. They've out-enthused the Dolphins, and they've spent some time down their own end. Harvey Norman replay. Lovely little second phase play. Just watch this run by Talakai. Just holds in. I think it's Averillo. He just drags Jake Averillo infield. Isolates Isako on the outside. And Mulatalo, well, we've seen this plenty of times in his career. Just that one-on-one opportunity where he bumps off his opposite man, close to the line, gets low, ducks, weaves, bumps. Great finish. Here come the Sharks.
Yeah, we saw Bostock do it in the first half, and Mulatalo, who's a really competitive individual, he loves physical confrontation, he loves the battle, and from the time he got that, some of the wingers in our game, I mean, Brian To'o is a special, but some of the wingers in our game are just so physically strong in little pockets of the field like that. And all of a sudden they're back within a try, and Nico's got a kick from out wide here with the breeze coming from right to left as you look at it. And according to Freddie, he's kicking uphill to the east.
Well, he's kicking uphill. He's aiming straight for that fleet service sign and about 5 metres to the right of the post. He likes to put a little draw in this as well. He's nailed it. The crowd have come alive.
Four-point ball game.
This is just bizarre. Honestly, I don't know where the Dolphins have gone. That side that was here for the first 25 minutes, all of a sudden they're back on their heels, and it's the Sharks that are making all the running. Crazy, crazy game, this.
22 points to nil. The Dolphins led. It's now 22-18. Katoa wrapped up by Lemuelu and Nikarima. Williams. And Kennedy chiming in. Hazelton. Josh Kerr on the field. He's in that tackle along with Nichols and Aiken. Last play here for the Sharks. Hines from inside the 40. Tabuai Fido. It's beyond the 20. Williams, Hunt and Brayley in the tackle. Bostock taken high. The clip there by Jesse Ramian.
That was a soft one. Cameron, Blake Brayley. I'm interested to see how you rate his work.
Yeah, I think he's a great young footballer. I think I'd love to see him run the ball a bit more often than he does. I think he possesses great speed out of dummy half. I know he's got some big forwards that he loves to promote across the advantage line, but we could have a little run here or there. And also, too, I've spoken with his coach on numerous occasions. Add the kicking game. He can use that right, dude. He's got a lovely kick, and he uses it every now and again. It's a good weapon if the dummy half can kick.
It's his 90th consecutive appearance tonight for Bailey, ever present in the Sharks team. Dolphins, good field position here. Farnworth playing it after another strong run. Nicarima to Kerr. Josh Kerr tackled. Running it on the last, Nicarima, he's put it down. Look out, Ronaldo has it. Gets away from the hammer. And he's wrapped up.
There's no one out there.
Nico Hines. Oh, the juggle from Katoa. He's hung on to it.
Well, why was the winger in there? He should have been out on his wing.
If the Sharks were to come back and win this one, it will be the biggest comeback from being down to nil since the Raiders did it against Manly this year, and that was 20 points to nil.
There's a long way to go yet.
Long way to go. Half an hour. Hazelton. Last play. Hines to go down the short side. Trindle out wide to Katoa, who ran out of room. Now it struck the leg of Bostock, or knocked on anyway.
Yeah, good defence though. Nice little fist tackle run. Set play from the Sharks. And they read it well. Bostock didn't panic. The ground looks pretty flat to me, Bradley.
It's hard to tell from up there. Trust me. It's slopey.
Bradley was my captain for many years.
Yes.
He's Kafusi. Kerr.
If you won the toss and you said, we'll run downhill.
Or sideways. Good take from Kennedy. Now we've got a close one now in this edition of Thursday Night Footy to kick off Beatties for Brain Cancer Round.
All of a sudden we're down to a 4-point ball game, so
Ramian gets a pass away, and there's support looming up. It's Kennedy. Kennedy and the hammer gets away from him. The two fullbacks with a battle. We're all locked up. Kennedy with the try. What about the lead-up work? And Shark Park has erupted.
well, brilliant play from the back of the field. This back five for the Sharks are so talented, and they back their ability. On this occasion, Jesse Ramian is able to get Katoa away. Harvey Norman replay gets to the outside of his man. Katora's into the backfield. Is that Nakora? That's Nakora out on the wing. The back rower gets it to Kennedy. Hamaso picks him up, but Kennedy just a little bit of a shimmy whoosh, and he's able to force away for him. This is Nakora, the back rower, out on the right wing. Finds Kennedy back on the inside. Hamaso picks him up quickly. Kennedy with a little bit of swivel of the shoulders and swivel of the hips and pulls away. Bradley Fittler.
What a great ploy when you got mobile back rowers like that. You may as well take advantage of it. I remember Mitch Orbison for the Roosters used to always do it. Come back, sit on the wing, and they'd always go to him. He had always enough speed to get to utilise the space if there was any. I think Jack Bostock got a bit lost where he was. Have a look at the Dolphins winger. when Jesse skips across, he doesn't hesitate but to go in. He had defenders coming across. He had to trust a little bit and come back and use the sideline. I think just Jesse Ramey and the speed in which he was going at him just drew him into the defence, drew him into the tackle. And this is to go in front. Whoa, changes quick.
Nicho Hines puts his team in the lead. From 22 now, 22-0 down, it's now 24-22, Gus.
Yeah, well, the Dolphins scored their last try in the 25th minute. So after 25 minutes, they led 22-0. 25 minutes later, and the Sharks lead 24-22. You tell me this is not a crazy place.
There's hills, there's wind. Saki's chant going up and around the ground. Hazelton gets a pass away, and there's an ankle tap on Hamlin Ueli. Otherwise, he was away. Don't know how far, but what a ball! Hines to Ramian.
No, forward pass, Soldy.
Forward.
Yeah, it might have been that 14-kilometre win. Just blew it forward out of the hands of Nicho Hines, but they're...
Well, he didn't spiral it. He sort of kind of flew it flat. It came out of his hands flat and kind of... It sort of floated with the breeze a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
He threw it flat. He didn't spiral it. They had them shot.
Yeah, which can be difficult sometimes when you're running with the breeze. The breeze is blowing at your back. To be able to pass those wide passes, particularly with that traditional pass, end over end, the ball turning over. The wind can get a hold of it. And that's why you see a lot of those halves, they throw that spiral pass.
Avarillo. Driven back. Look at this stirring defence.
Well, it's now the Dolphins that are now a little bit shell-shocked. They're quite bunched in the first half. They were spread sideline to sideline. They had great formation. Now they're in a tight bunch behind the play of the ball.
Stone playing it inside Sharks territory. Katoa to Kafusi. Last play. Katoa kicking for the winger Bostock. And he's taken Kennedy out in the air, not going for the ball. This will be a penalty, Sharks, and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, it's a lack of experience. Look, they just needed to get the ball to the other end of the field and get a little bit of a line in defence and try and put some pressure on. And Bostock's come up with a play that it just invited disappointment into his life.
Jack!
He was never really going to get there to catch the ball, but he gets Kennedy and pulls him down, and he knows it straight away, but it's just inexperience. There was no upside to that. There was nothing positive going to come of that. He just needed to wait for him to land, stick it into him, and then they can get into their defence. But what they've done is let the Sharks off the hook.
Well, this is NRL Beanies for Brain Cancer Round in Australia. Brain cancer kills more children than any other disease and more people under 40 than any other cancer. Help us raise much-needed funds by buying a beanie or donating to the Mark Hughes Foundation by heading to markhughesfoundation.com.au or scan that QR code that is in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen.
So what do? You put your phone on that, do you? Camera
Yeah,
on.
the camera. Open up the camera.
Technology.
Your phone does have a camera. Tabuai-Fidow runs backwards to try to go forward, and it's going to work. Here goes the hammer. Look out!
Wow.
Episode Tabuai-Fidow.
Look out.
Setting sail for the corner. Here comes Kennedy. Gets away from him. Lay the hammer down at Shark Park. Episode Tabuai-Fidow with try of the season contender.
Well, that's why you fall in love with rugby league. That's why kids fall in love with footballers. This is just astonishing. And talk about get square with your opposite number. Hamiso, watch this. Harvey Norman replay. Catches, they don't get to him. He beats one, he gets through a tired forward, and all of a sudden you thought, look out, look out, look out. Now here they are one-on-one again, Kennedy and Hamiso. Kennedy actually gets to him, and Hamiso does exactly what Kennedy did to him at the other end of the field only moments ago. Exactly what Kennedy did to Hamiso at the other end of the field. Hamiso waits for him, gives him the hip swivel and the shoulder swivel. He runs with a smile on his face, or is that the mouth guard?
He did smile.
Yeah, a little bit of a stutter step. Kennedy thought he had him, and then Hamiso surges again. That is awesome.
Oh, that's just pure talent too. That's not coached. We're watching some of the young boys and girls play their junior rugby league out here at half-time on this exact field. And that's exactly what Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow would have done when he was a young man growing up playing rugby league. Run backwards, find space, and just pin the ears and run as fast as you can up the other end to the try line. What an athlete.
The Dolphins in front by 2, and he can make that 4.
Now, just moments ago, it was Kennedy who got on the end of a great slick line, backline movement by the Sharks. And here's Hamiso coming after Kennedy, gets a hand on him. And Kennedy's able to swivel away and race away and score the try. And you thought, well, that's one for me. Moments later, here's Hamiso. Kennedy gets to him, a little bit of a swivel. Hamiso pulls away and gets his revenge. Two brilliant fullbacks going head to head. Dolphins in front again.
Wow.
28-24. We've got 20 minutes to go yet.
What a highlight from Tabuai-Fidow. And what a season the Hammer is having. And there's a big shot on Josh Kerr. Freddie.
Oh, Haminueli just gave the crowd something to cheer about. Oh, that was strong. Part of when Hammer was making that run, I'd love to have known what Tommy Hazelton was thinking. He was one of the defenders that Tommy beat. Tommy was coming across in cover defence, and there he was, the Hammer, and oh, he just missed him. Just missed him.
Tommy was running downhill to get him as well.
Hammer could have been going up a ladder. It wouldn't have mattered.
Tabuai-Fidow, what an athlete.
And that's why kids fall in love with rugby league, that sort of stuff.
5 tackle breaks in that run, says our stats man David Middleton. It was reminiscent of a try Greg Inglis scored while playing for South Sydney against Brisbane at Suncorp Stadium many years ago.
If they don't get a hand anywhere near him, is that a tackle break?
No, you've got to. They're the ones that laid a hand on him.
Oh, right. He didn't pull up when he was touched. Well, won't that lift your team?
Brayley leading the way. He's made 41 tackles. Nicker at 34. Marshall King, the leading tackler for the Dolphins, with 31. Kerr. Tackle Hazelton. Marshall King. Nick Garima. Avarillo. He beats one. Thought about a pass. Takes the tackle of Hines. Last play. Katoa kicking once again for Bostock. This time Katoa takes it. Bostock takes him along with Aiken.
Well, he learned his lesson quickly there. He just waited for him to catch it, made the tackle. Now they've made 2 tackles within a metre. 3 tackles within a metre.
Still inside their own 10.
4 tackles, just get outside the 10. It's a good set for the Dolphins, Bradley Fittler.
There would be a tactic I'd go back to. Kick to Jack Bostock over the top of Katoa. He's very tall.
Well, that one goes out, but Nico Hines stepped outside the 20. It would have been a 20-40, but I think you'll find he just stepped outside the 40. If he was half a step back, that's a Sharks ball.
Outside 20.
But he had his foot just outside the 20 when he put boot the ball, so it's going to be a Dolphins play the ball.
The other way, police.
Here it is. Metre over. That is a rule that many viewers might not be familiar with, the 20-40. We've only seen a handful of them in the last few years. Aiken playing it for the Dolphins. Marshall King scheming, gets an offload away. Bromwich back out there. And a strong run as well. 20 metres away here, the Dolphins. Katoa, Nikarima. Comes back towards the centre of the ground. Links up once again with his halves partner. Katoa, wrapped up, ball and all. Hero, good tackle. Last play. Oh, trick play as well. And Havarillo will be caught with the ball. He elected to run it in the last, but says to the Sharks, come off your own line again.
Yeah, not sure if he knew it was the last play. Had a deep line out to the left, ready for a 5th tackle kick, and Havarillo took the odds to it. The Sharks, after a flurry of points, look a little bit on their heels.
Get outside the 20. Kafusi down low on Ramian with a good shot. Nicara, strong run. Last play. Good purchase on that kick from Trindle. The hammer well positioned. Wrap him up that time. 9 tries in 7 games for Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow. He's got 24 tries in all in his time in Dolphins colours. What a signing he's proven to be. Platt hit after he passed it.
Yeah, the referee, he went to penalise the Sharks there, chose not to.
Bromwich. Last play.
The try from Hamiso has certainly settled the Dolphins down, haven't they? They look much better now they're back in front.
Yeah, this will be offside. Nico Hines taking it after it came off the hands of Katoa in that contest between Bostock and the Sharks winger.
Now that's that kick that Freddie was saying they need to go back to. Bostock, he's got the height advantage. And that time, the ball was knocked forward by Mulatalo into his own man. You see there. Nice high kick. Well, it's Katoa, sorry. Knocks the ball on into Nico Hines.
This is an interesting one, Cameron. They're going to kick for goal to make the lead 6. I'd imagine this is into the breeze and from a wide angle.
Yeah, well, they just feel like they've got momentum. I think here, Gus, I think they feel like they're in control of the match. They've spent a fair bit of time in the last 10 minutes down this Sharkies end. Katoa, he's kicking out a high percentage this year. They're showing some faith in their goal kicker. They're going to back their defence to finish off.
Maina Zarko. He won't just simply guide it through. There'll be some work on the ball. Just to make it a converted try lead. And no goal. And the touchies have said the Sharks have taken it dead. So instead of being... No, it will be a 20-metre...
Drop out.
20-metre drop out. 20-metre drop out. I think they are checking it. Todd Smith looks like he's checking it to see if the Sharks caught it and then took it
That's
dead.
a 20-metre drop out.
It will be, it was out anyway, so it will be a 20-metre drop out.
Okay, 20-metre drop out.
Tabrai Fido gives it straight away to Kenny Bromwich. Azarko. Kafusi in the tackle. It's Felice Kafusi. Tackle by Rudolph. Katoa to Nikarima, short to Lemuelu, good shot on Lemuelu, and the ball comes free, and Hero has it for the Sharks. Freddie?
I was just thinking as Nico Hines kicked that 20-metre dropout, you don't see them much anymore, do you? They used to happen all the time. They just don't go for goals if they know they're not going to get them.
Yeah, I thought it was a low percentage play. Well, that was a bad ball. He's got players screaming around the outside with an overlap there, Nico Hines, and he goes for the squeeze play to try and put a player through a narrow hole. Had he thrown this out the back, I reckon they've got 3-on-2 comfortably. Comfortably.
Scrum feed coming up for the Dolphins. Now, yes, we're heading to Townsville for the first ever Women's State of Origin decider. Don't miss your chance to secure your seats to Game 3 at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville on Thursday, June 27. Get your tickets at nrl.com/tickets now, or catch it all exclusive, live and free on 9 and 9 Now from 7:30 p.m.
We're coming up to 10 minutes to go. 4 points the difference. This is like late in the day when Mum calls you for dinner and you say next try wins. Just one more try, Mum. One more try. Next try wins.
Here's Bromwich. Offload to Kafusi. Oh, they're relishing playing in the middle. Bromwich and Kafusi, 10 metres away, 2 tackles left in the set. Now, Katoa to Lemuelu. Great tackle, down low. Trindle doing really well. Here's the last. Katoa.
They're all offside.
Kicking, and it's a juggle on the ground. Bostock's got it, plenty to look at.
Well, I think they're all offside.
It looked that way,
Jerry.
didn't it, Gus?
Yeah.
Have no try. Just confirm we have a knock-on from Dolphins, and just look for any interference in the contest.
It looked like they all got ahead of Katoa, and they were waiting for him to kick, and they're standing still.
Yeah, kick chasers on the left are onside. Felice Kafusi, who isn't, plays no part. Look at the run of Nico Hines. He changes his line and moves in to block Herbie Farnworth in the contest.
Well, here's another chance for Isako. If they opt for 2.
Herbie Farnworth then knocks on. The first infringement will be against Nico Hines for the escort.
Now, it's about 10 metres left of the post. If he opts to kick this one, you'd like to think he'd nail it.
So here we go. No try. Confirmation coming in from the bunker. And they're going to take the shot. So another go at Jermaine Azarko to make it a 6-point lead for his team. Nine minutes remaining. Jermaine Azarko putting the ball in the tee. There is the live ladder. Congested top 8. The Dolphins within 2 points of the competition lead. The Sharks had an opportunity tonight to take it to 24 points. Still a long way to go. 8.5 minutes. Anything can happen. Now it is a 6-point lead for the Dolphins. Some happy Dolphins fans, and they're in the beanies as well. Now coming up tomorrow night on Nine's Friday Night Football, Latrell will be looking to stake his claim for a blue spot as the Bunnies take on the Broncos at the Olympic Stadium in Sydney. Tune in live and free from 7:30 tomorrow night right here on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Well, if they come up with a big victory, the Rabbitohs, and Latrell, he plays a leading hand. He's almost a certainty. Surely for that Blues spot in game 2, Gus. Would you think, Latrell?
No, I don't need Queenslanders telling us what to do.
Something, Freddie, something.
Cameron Smith telling us who to pick.
6-point lead for the Dolphins. Now, I made mention earlier that this is the ground where Cameron Smith was sent to the sin bin. You had a moment here as well, Gus, the Bermuda Triangle. This is the ground where, hang on, they've let this one bounce right into the goal area, and Mulatalo's got to make a play at it. He'll just get back in the field of play. So this is the ground you got sent off.
Yeah.
Cam just handed me the note, wanted me to bring it up. I didn't want to.
Takes a mistaken identity.
Ramian driven back. 6.5 minutes left. They're looking to shift from inside their own half. Iro doing well, gets a pass away. Hines has to go back for it, knocked back, and Avarillo takes him. They lost momentum. It's the last, and they've got a kick from their own 10. Trindle boots it straight down the throat of Tabuai Fido, who's already in the Sharks territory. There's a staggered line here. You don't want to do that to the hammer. Beats one, can't get away from Ramian. Well, Katoa it was who made the tackle.
Well, his 90-metre try has completely changed the complexion of this second half, hasn't it? It was one-way traffic until the hammer produced a perler. A field goal here might just wrap it up for the Dolphins. Not sure whether they think that way. Wayne Bennett teams don't usually go for field goals, do they?
Well, often. Mazarko's not bad at exponent of the field goal. Here's the last, way out wide. Katoa, he's kicking across field for Jermaine Azarko. The contest, that's a great take. Mulatalo.
5 minutes to go. Deep in their own end, the Sharks.
Trindle to dummy half. Finding it hard to get out of their own 20-metre zone. That run will help. Look at that take from Mulatalo. Hines, what can they conjure up? Trindle to Ramian. And an important tackle there that had to be made. 10 short of halfway, 2 tackles left in the set. They're rolling downfield. Last play. Hines. Says, there you go, Jermaine. Get under that one. He takes it well.
Well, they've got to force an error. We've got to force an error into this Dolphins side.
Good tackle, Iro, on Avarillo. Lemuelu. He's hit hard, but maintains possession. Bostock, strong contact. Tough yards here all of a sudden for the Dolphins. The Sharks trying to up the ante in defence. Royce Hunt on Mark Nichols. Kafusi there as well. Last play, Katoa kicking from inside the 40. Sione Katoa for the Sharks.
Good chase. 3.5 minutes to go. It's now or never.
Kennedy, he thought about a pass, but wrapped up and driven back. The Dolphins searching for their first win in Sydney. In their short history. Rudolph. He's wrapped up. Brayley goes to Hines. Nico goes short to Iro. Last play. Brayley to dummy half. Trindle. Tabuai-Fidow takes that one well, tracking back.
There's a lot of Thai players on the field, particularly the Dolphins. You could just see in the last couple of tackles in that last set, they were holding on and scrambling, just trying to find players in their defensive line.
2.5 minutes remaining. Look at this, Cam.
You see there the fatigue alert. We're well over 5 minutes now since the last stoppage. This is going to take all their might, all their courage as Herbie Farnworth breaks through.
Good run.
Oh no, we've got an injury.
Tackle 4.
Just holding lower leg there, Herbie.
Gee, he's been good tonight.
The Sharks, Gus, well, they might only get one more opportunity with the ball.
I don't know if they've got the energy, mate. They just can't get in position.
Well, they're looking at a possible hip drop.
No, he's hit the ground there. He hasn't hit his leg at all.
No.
Yeah, tackle 4, Herbie to play it.
Herbie will play the ball.
Well, it's just one more good kick and chase. That's what the Dolphins need.
Kafusi. Strong run. Here's the last. Katoa. Another kick for a contest. Militalo takes it. All right, under 2 minutes left. Dolphins in front by 6. Sharks with the ball. But they've got 80 metres to go. Iro wrapped up. They've got to start to really throw caution to the wind here, Cronulla. Royce Hunt wrapped up. Trindle. Hines. Now Kennedy. Ramian got the ball from Nickera. And he gets a late offload away. They're keeping the ball alive. A nutmeg there on Rudolph. Trindle goes to Kennedy. One side of the field to the other. And that's a great tackle down low over Rillo on Iro. Just over a minute left. They've only got 2 tackles here. Militalo down the touchline. Keeps the ball in play. Kennedy. And he's tackled. Here's the last. It's almost now or never for the Sharks. They need to create something on the last tackle. Nickera is through. Nickera gets a pass away. Katoa! Katoa is in the corner. And we will have a kick from the touchline to send the game to Golden Point. Katoa in for the Sharks.
Well, that is incredible. Nickera again out on the edge. Geez, quick for a back rower. And it sets up the final play of the game for Nico Hines to have to kick the ball from the eastern touchline to take us into Golden Point. Harvey Norman replay. Nickera Hamaso keeps him out wide, doesn't allow him to come around under the posts. But the Sharks give themselves a fluker's hope here. The one thing about this kick is that he is kicking downhill towards the west.
What a try that was. That's as good as you'll see pretty much all season. The Sharks, that was the last throw of the dice, last roll of the dice, I should say. It was the last tackle of that set, and they went wide. I really thought that Ewan Aiken, he really had the opportunity to back away. You just see in this high shot, he chooses to come out and go after the Sharks players, which leaves his left edge short. And that's when Nickera, he takes that space, runs through it, and we set up a grandstand finish for the Sharks and Nicho Hines.
Nicho Hines.
This is hard kick because the wind is going left to right, and he wants to shape it right to left. It's a low percentage kick.
To send us to Golden Point. Nicho Hines, and it's no goal. The Dolphins hang on for their first ever win in Sydney. What a game of football to open Beanies for Brain Cancer round. A thriller.
Yeah, it's a great game of footy. Great game of football. And what an amazing finish considering where it started. 22 points to nil to the Dolphins after about 25 or 26 minutes of this match. The way the Sharks fought back bravely, much like they did last week, but tonight it was just a little bit too far.
Full time. The Dolphins 30 have defeated the Sharks 28.